The black man fought in every war there was in this country. But after the war was over, he had to go back to where he came from. For a black man to get into the military, he had to come into the Buffalo Soldiers. I served, I think, 36 months in the military the first time I was in there. And I stayed out a while, then I went back in. And I did 20 years. I joined, there was four of us together. I was too young to go into the service, and my mother had to sign for me to go in. We didn't know nothing about no discrimination, and my mother and father didn't talk about discrimination in the family. So when I joined the military, we went to Whitehall Street. We got all our physicals and all the stuff that we need. Then we went to camp up to New York. We went to camp up in New York, and we had our briefings and classes, picked up all our uniforms, got our haircuts and everything. We did all this together. And then at night, when we was to go to our billet area, is when the whites went one way and the blacks went the other. And that was a very, very low blow for me at that time. But we knew that we had to be special, and we couldn't make no mistakes or anything because we were representing the black race. So there's a lot of reasons how we got the name Buffalo Soldier, different people telling different stories. So I'll jump on the bandwagon by saying that in Fort Hays in 1967, there was a big infantry uprising, and they sent a detachment of troopers out to find out what was going on, and they fought out there for about 6 hours, and the Indians was getting the best part of them. I used the count as about 300 Indians fighting maybe 20 Buffalo Soldiers, and they were getting the best of the Buffalo Soldiers, so they retreated. And while they were retreating, one was killed. So that's the first time the Indian got to see a black man in the military. They recognized the Buffalo Soldier as a fierce fighter, and so they called the black troopers the Buffalo Soldiers, and they decided to accept the name. They had an excellent record, and the government never told nobody about it. They suppressed the history of the Buffalo Soldiers. We were Americans first. I'm a soldier through heart, from the top of bottom, from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head. I'm a soldier, and I always put America ahead of everything.